I'm Ann Webb, Policy Director with Common Cause North Carolina, and these are 5 things you need to know about North Carolina politics this week. Number 1. This week, we're taking a closer look at Senate Bill 747, a harmful proposal that would undermine voters' rights in North Carolina. The first thing to know about this dangerous bill is that it doesn't address any real needs of our state. North Carolina is fortunate to have an election system that's secure and accessible, with popular voting options like early voting, same-day registration, and mail-in absentee voting. But Senate Bill 747 does not strengthen our election system. Instead, the bill would impose onerous restrictions on voting and place unrealistic burdens on election administrators. And it would deprive local boards of elections of critically needed resources. Number 2. Senate Bill 747 attacks the thousands of North Carolinians who use absentee voting by mail in several ways. For example, it would require boards of elections to throw away any absentee by mail ballots that aren't received on Election Day. Under current law, ballots postmarked by Election Day can be received and counted by the County Board of Elections up to 3 days after Election Day. That provision helps ensure voters don't have their ballots unfairly thrown out due to a delay in mail delivery. The bill provides no exceptions for delivery delays caused by weather or other emergencies. The bill also requires unnecessary additional signature verification, on top of North Carolina's very stringent requirement for 2 witnesses to every mail-in ballot. And it proposes a vague 2-factor authentication process that could leave voters who lack internet or cell phone access without options. These changes hurt North Carolinians who most rely on mail delivery to vote, including elderly voters, people with disabilities, and those who lack transportation. Number 3. Senate Bill 747 could gut North Carolina's popular same-day voter registration process, which allows voters to register to vote during the early voting period. Same-day registration has proven to be a secure and reliable option for people across the state. But Senate Bill 747 would impose unnecessary obstacles to using same-day registration, which could lead to thousands of votes being unfairly thrown out and further burden election officials. These changes could especially harm people of color and younger voters who use same-day registration at higher rates. Number 4. Anti-voter extremists have been involved in shaping the harmful provisions of Senate Bill 747. Cleta Mitchell, a lawyer who aided Donald Trump's failed attempt to overturn the 2020 election, is leading an effort to impose these same types of voting restrictions around the country. Mitchell met with key senators just before Senate Bill 747 emerged from the shadows. After media reports uncovered those meetings, legislative leaders have tried to distance themselves from Mitchell and her extremist group. But the fact remains that anti-voter policies pushed by Mitchell and her supporters are at the core of Senate Bill 747. Number 5. This is urgent. Now is the time to speak out against the anti-voter restrictions in Senate Bill 747. Senate leaders have said that the bill will likely be taken up in the week ahead, and it could move swiftly. We need people across North Carolina to contact their state legislators right now. Visit ccnc.me/ourvotes to learn more about Senate Bill 747 and connect directly with your legislators. Tell lawmakers to vote no on this bill. Those were 5 things you need to know about North Carolina politics this week. Join us online anytime at commoncausenc.org.